Hello everybody, Kyle here again, bringing you another ranked double battle. So, we'll get right into this. So if you look at my team, you'll notice I'm bringing the Shuckle again. So I ended up not going with the same, my final build on him isn't the one that you saw in the, I can't remember which episode he was in. I think he was in 6, R&R number 6. I could be wrong, he might be in 5. But I ended up changing him up. I still have the citrus berry on him. On her, I should say, sorry. I still have the citrus berry on her. But now I'm running Toxic, Infest, Rest, and then Power Split. And you're going to see Power Split makes a huge difference in this match. Sorry, something on my camera there. This match is actually one of the... Next to the Mono Ghost match that I played, which I believe is actually number 6 as well, R&R number 6, this was probably my favorite match that I've played in a long time. It was just extremely fun. Oh man, I hope you can't hear the heater in the background. I'll talk a little louder just in case you can. Let me turn up the game too. Okay guys, sorry about that. As I said, it is cold where I am, so the heater is a must. Now, when I saw this guy's team, he had a lot of Psychic and Ghost Pokemon on it. So I brought my Typhlosion, because as you guys probably know by now, I run the Shadow Claw on it. So I figured he would be doing some work. I brought Rotom because I wanted to bring the Will-O-Wisp, but I'm always a little nervous to actually use it because, you know, Conkeldurr with Guts is such a problem that I'm not always sure if it's a good idea or not to go for it. Usually they carry an orb on them. If they're running Guts, but sometimes they don't. Some people bring the Assault Vest anyways, and then simply just let it go. You know, they figure that you'll probably not see an orb, and so then you'll think they're not Guts, and you'll use a move, and then they end up being Guts anyways, and then they get double bonus, because they got their Guts bonus, and they got the Assault Vest, and all that, and all that nasty stuff. So, with that aside, I also brought Goodra, because he had a lot of Psychic and Ghost Pokemon, as I said. And since most of them are special attackers, I figured I would need my Goodra here to eat up some damage. And, yes, let me go ahead and start this match real fast. Now, here is Mr. Enoch himself. He's going to go out with the Espeon and the Conkeldurr. Now, Conkeldurr is a Pokemon that worries me. My team isn't very good at facing fighting Pokemon in general, so I don't have any super effective attacks against them that I know of. Now, when I saw the Shadow Claw do such low damage on Espeon, I thought, oh crap, that sucks. I didn't realize how bulky Espeon actually was, so I didn't double up on her. I was happy with the damage of my Hydro Pump, but that Drain Punch is just so darn ridiculous. Trick Room comes in, and now I was like, well, damn. This was not a very good start for me. I still was nervous about going for the Will-O-Wisp on the Conkeldurr. I saw he was running Leftovers, but you just, as I said, you just never know. He does knock off my Scarf, and he gets the crit. I'm pretty much useless now. I don't believe I'm actually going to get to do anything else with Typhlosion, I'm pretty sure, because I think he withdraws his Espeon next turn. So I'm pretty sure I go down to Conkeldurr here. I threw Shuckle out because he's my wall. I figured if anyone can take a hit... Oops, sorry, I have an itch again. Yeah, see, I go down with the Psychic. I figured if anyone could take a hit, though, from Conkeldurr, that Shuckle could. And instead, I go ahead and just Power Split him, and try to lower his attack as far down as I could. I brought Rotom back out, so I figured I'll go ahead and also put the Will-O-Wisp on him at this point. I was hoping to get the Infest onto Espeon to lock her out here, since it's also super effective against her. She did leave. Dusclops came out, and I wasn't actually too worried about him. Power Split goes off on the Conkeldurr. He's still going to be hitting pretty good, but he's going to be slightly weakened by that. But as you can see, a significant amount. He did maybe, what, 50% of what he did last time? I went for the Hydro Pump again. I'm not actually sure why I did that at this point. Go for the Toxic on Conkeldurr, because I figured with how he was sticking around, I didn't think he was going to go anywhere, so I decided I would just go ahead and sorry. So I figured I'd just go ahead and build the Toxic on him so that I'd start raking up that damage over time. since it goes up every single turn. Gonna go ahead and rest off. I'm glad he didn't go for the kill on Rotom, because Rotom is a Pokemon that I really like to have around. He's very versatile. And I still, I still get some use out of him. There's some things out here that don't have any burns or anything like that. Throw the Infestation on because I just want to counteract his leftovers as much as I can. He's still going to be getting that Drain Punch life back, but, you got the Will-O-Wisp on Shuckle, which is going to suck, but since I run Rest, I'm not too worried about it. And there's a Drain Punch again. As you can see, though, I survived that a lot better than I did the very first time he ever did. Will-O-Wisp on Dusclops. I noticed he wasn't doing anything physical. So, I mean, I didn't notice him doing attacks at all, really. So I figured I'll just burn on him, let him take some damage. We'll be good to go. There we are. Sorry. This match is a little slow-paced, so I'm trying to get ahead of myself. The Trick Room ended. He avoids Hydro Pump, but again, it didn't do that much damage to him, so it wasn't that big a deal. But that Drain Punch damage, or the life he gets from that, is just so... Look at that. This is why I put Toxic on him, because in order to counteract all this regen he has, we just really, really need him off the field. Now, I knew Shuckle out here could pretty much deal with these two, though very slowly. Shuckle could handle them, so I went ahead and just infested both of them to keep them locked out here. Conkeldurr, obviously, so that he has to deal with the Toxic, and Dusclops, so that he just gets more damage over time. I'm pretty sure Rotom is going to go down here pretty soon. Shuckle's getting pretty low, too. But since things out here already had hexes on them, and everything was infested, I'm pretty sure I'm going to rest with him this turn just to get the burn off, so that we don't have to deal, so that I don't have to take into account that damage. Yeah, there we go. That way, if for some reason I didn't calculate things right for the additional damage at the end of the turn for burn, I wouldn't end up losing Shuckle for no reason. Now we just go for Pain Split, but Shuckle's HP, as you can see, is already like super low, so I wasn't too worried about it. Then comes the Drain Punch, and I believe that's Rotom down. Yeah, so Rotom finally goes down. This Conkeldurr is just an issue. I really need to get something on my team to deal with Conkeldurrs. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet. I mean, Talonflame seems like the obvious thing with Brave Bird, but I don't know. I don't really want to go just for the Talonflame. It's so common, and I mean, I do like Talonflame. I don't know. I'm a little torn, so we'll see. We'll see where we end up going, but, well, not just Conkeldurr, fighting Pokemon in general. As you can see, at this point, the damage is starting to build up in such a way that it is really good. I threw Goodra out here because, I mean, she's really all I had left, I believe. It was just Goodra and Shuckle, because Typhlosion went down, yeah. So Goodra and Shuckle all I have left. I don't want Goodra out here because, obviously, she's not physically defensive, and I thought for sure this was actually going to kill me, because, like I said, she's not a physical tank and it's her weakness. She did survive it, though. We able to get the Dragon Pulse, and that, with the additional damage, is going to take Conkeldurr out at the end of this turn. So luckily, he is finally down. Dusclops isn't a problem, because we notice he's running, Pain Split, Trick Room, and Will-O-Wisp. I don't know what his last move is. Maybe he has used it and I didn't notice it. But I'm not worried about this Dusclops at all. Pretty much dead next turn, unless he does Pain Split, which I think he actually does. Now, Espeon comes out. Espeon was a Pokemon I'm not too worried about, because both of these Pokemon out here are extremely durable, so it would take a lot. And I think Dragon Pulse actually kills Espeon anyways, so there it goes. Oh, no, it doesn't go down. Oh gosh, I forgot about this. Well, Hyper Voice doesn't do a lot of damage though, so it's actually okay. And then Dusclops is down this turn. I remember I have to use an Infest to kill Espeon, that's right. So there goes Dusclops. Now, Latios comes out. Latios isn't too worrisome. I mean, it is definitely, if it gets set up, a dangerous Pokemon. But at this point in time, I had its weakness. I had the Dragon, the Stab, super effective hit, which is the Dragon Pulse. But it's only going to do, it takes it down really low, but it's not actually enough to finish it. It goes to the Dragon Dance. Alright. So after that, I wasn't actually too sure how much damage it would do to Shuckle, but Dimensions went back to normal. So it gets to go kind of like twice in a row. And sadly, there goes Goodra. He planned that. If he did plan it, that was perfect because he got to Dragon Dance and go immediately. I threw Infest because I knew it was super effective, and I knew it would do damage over time. Oh, and so close. But sadly, Latios is not going to go down, and it'll be able to do the recover. And because I kind of thought it would just die, I went for rest. I forgot that they run the recover on them, so on the Latios. So I kind of made a mistake there. Ends up working out in my favor. But now we're pretty much going to have a stall fight. So while I am asleep, he's going to go ahead and go back up to as close to full HP as he can, though he is going to be taking the Infest at the end of every turn. At this point, I'm trying to throw a Toxic on to Latios in order to get him in order to just try to stall him out. Goes for another Dragon Dance, and I start to get a little worried at this point because since I hadn't seen his attack on Shuckle yet, I wasn't actually sure how much damage that they would be doing, especially with the Stab Dragon Pulse or the Psychic. I'm still happy with my damage I'm getting every turn though. This is really all that Shuckle does. Here comes the Dragon Pulse. So when I actually saw this though, with 2 Dragon Dances even, I was pretty happy with that. I woke up into the power split because I don't want him to keep all that power he's got. I figured with 2 Dragon Dances under his belt, that if I power split him, even after power splitting Conkeldurr, I'm probably still going to be lowering it quite a bit. So to try to counteract that, he goes for another Dragon Dance, but I believe this lets me get the Toxic off for free here. Yes, definitely. So I get the Toxic off. Now it's just a matter of time. As long as I can stay alive, there is no way this Latios can take out Shuckle, because eventually the poison will be doing so much damage that the recover is going to be doing, is going to be worthwhile. Or, you know what I mean. Eventually be doing so much damage that recover is not going to save Latios. So I went ahead and rested again because both of my dots were on the Latios, so Shuckle didn't really need to be awake anymore. I wasn't going to power split it again because there was really no point. It hasn't done any more Dragon Dancing. Toxic damage starts off. Goes for another Dragon Dance again after to try to get its power back. I was actually okay with that. I didn't know exactly how low its stat was, but was not worried about it. I stayed asleep. Not really thing to be doing here. And more Toxic damage is going to go off. And then Infest, I believe, is still going on. No, it's not. Okay, so it's actually freed from Infestation at this point. So after it got this, now look at this damage. Ooh, I was ecstatic. So I figured, okay, good. At least at this point in time, I have this. I can stall it out. I just need to get an Infest on. And then go back to sleep. And this match is pretty much mine. The recover is annoying, but as I said, as you can see, the Toxic is building up. And then with Infest on top of that, there is not too much that Latios can really do to stop this. Infest on top of that, that is just beautiful to see happening. Because that's guaranteed damage. So Psychic goes off, and this doesn't do, I believe, even less damage. No, it did about the same. Went ahead and rested again, because as I said, I had both of my dots on, so I didn't really need to be awake for this. So I'm going to go ahead and heal, and I just want to make sure that, since Latios pretty much has 1 attack left on me, if he does get a crit, I'm not going to die. But, as we can see, he actually goes down to the damage over time, and that is game. This match was pretty close, so Enoch, good job. Shuckle definitely earned her keep there. She did extremely well. I'm very happy with her. I hadn't used her for most of my fights today, and I have to say, guys, today I went up about 100, my battle score went up about 100 points today, and it's still going up. I've been doing matches, and I've been winning. I think I've lost 2 matches in my entire day so far. So, I don't know what happened, something clicked today, and I'm just doing a lot better. And so I went ahead and brought Shuckle. I went out on a limb. Shuckle had let me down a couple matches, and I was starting to feel less confident bringing her out. But I'm really glad that I brought her out for this match, because she reminded me how come you don't mess with Shuckle. And I love it. So there you go, guys. Another really, really close match. Enoch, if you ever see this video, dude, that was a wonderful, wonderful fight. So thank you very much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Show you guys a little bit of a Shuckle strategy. I really, really like Power Split, Infest, Toxic, Rest with the Citrus Berry. Really good. Citrus Berry usually lets you go another 1 or 2 rounds without having to do your rest, so you can get more stuff set up, more toxics, more infests, more power splits, anything like that. Just really good Pokemon. You can put it next to anything, it's just not going to move. It is a wall Pokemon to the definition. You might only have 95 HP, but you can make each one of those HP a total pain in the butt to get rid of for your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. Alright guys, there you go. I hope you enjoyed all the video uploads I did today. I kind of went overboard with it. I'm on my weekend, and this is what I love to do, so I went ahead and did it. Alright guys, and also, sorry for the last match being so boring. I can't believe that I uploaded the wrong video, so, or not uploaded the wrong video, but saved the wrong match. So, I'm sorry guys. But alright, there's a little bit of a Shuckle strategy for you, and you guys have a wonderful evening.